Hey there, Saints. Pastor Dave here with another weekly devotion for you this Wednesday. Hope you're doing well today. I'm going to share a quick reading from A Quiet Mind by David Koontz. This is just a brief meditation on framing. The trouble with the rat race is that even if you win, you're still a rat. Lily Tomlin. The metaphor of the rat race as a way to talk about the nature of contemporary life is instructive. I wonder about its origin and just what is a rat race. I picture a maze in some scientific lab with a dozen rodents scrambling in all directions, trying with great frustration to find their way to freedom. Is that a rat race? Did anyone tell the rats they were in a race? Is there really a winner in a rat race? And that we should choose this metaphor as a way to talk about the way we live our lives is what? Alarming? Well, we've got to get going and join the rat race. Do we? The metaphors we use not only reflect the way we live, but also create the way we live. If we call life a rat race, it will tend to become one. So let's change metaphors. Here are a few suggestions. Life is a cat prowl. I envision slow and careful steps, a calm awareness of what's going on in my neighborhood, and a pace that suits my needs. Life is a dog walk. I move now with lively interest, with stoppings and goings, encounters with other dogs and trees and people, always ready to respond to a friendly pat. Life is a foxtrot. Here's a bouncy stepped way to dance through life. Find a partner. You can always sit the next one out. Life is a monkey march. Life is a pony canter. Life is a whale breach. Life is a swallow soar. Life is a pig parade. Life is an elephant lope. Life is a bear excursion, the one I'd pick. Spend a quiet time today and pick your metaphor for life's journey. Saints, I think the frame can be so important. The way that we frame our lives and our days, the language that we use to talk about how we live and what we do. You know, if you are living in a rat race, what does that mean about how you see your life? It means you think that you are expending all this energy that you're not even sure is going in the right direction. You're running around, you're trying to get things done. You feel like you are trapped. You feel like you're looking for freedom, but you're not even sure once you've found it if you've won. That's not a real positive image for our lives. David Koontz offers a lot of alternatives and some good ones. I think another David offered a great way of looking at life. David Etheridge, our former pastor here, many of you remember when he was going through his cancer treatments and chemotherapy, he kept a blog that detailed his health updates to friends and family. He called it David's Dance. He talked about his dance with cancer. Whereas a lot of people think of cancer as something that you fight with, something that you battle against. People talk about the battle with cancer and whether they won, whether they beat cancer or not. David explained that he very deliberately chose to avoid that language and that framing. He chose the image of a dance because what was happening with him, he saw as fluid. He was moving in one direction then another. He was sometimes in the lead, sometimes cancer was in the lead. But he didn't want to perceive his life as a battle. He knew that he was in God's hands no matter what happened. And it didn't have to have that kind of negative connotation. It didn't have to have that struggle as kind of the baseline image for what was happening. I think that a lot of the things that we go through in our own lives, we can choose the framing. We can choose the language that we use. For example, are you in a struggling marriage? Or are you in an effort to create better harmony with your partner? Are you in a dead-end job? Or are you in a time of exploring options, exploring new career possibilities? Are you starting a new restrictive diet that is really keeping you from enjoying the things that you want? Or are you working toward better health choices? Are you struggling in your faith? Are you asking a lot of questions and having a lot of doubts and just not comfortable with where you are and what you believe? Or are you exploring and seeking new connections with God? The frame is so important, saints. And I hope that you can recognize in your own life places where maybe the framing that you've chosen, the language that you've chosen, the metaphor that you've chosen for what you're going through could be better. That's your devotion this week. I hope you'll spend some time thinking about how you describe your life and maybe a more positive way that you could do so. Hope you're doing well this week, saints. I'll be praying for you. Please keep praying for me, and I will see you all again soon. Take care.